We're barrel rolling right back to you guys with more Star Fox history.
You just can't be stopped, can you?
Quick thing before the video truly begins, if you haven't seen part 1 of the saga, then click on the link in the description below to head back and find out the beginning of the Star Fox franchise. Don't worry, we'll wait. Now, following up Rare's mixed reception on Star Fox Adventures, Nintendo went back to the drawing board with this one and wanted the series to return to the flying animals that we all know and love. They wanted to create something more unique and cinematic for the franchise, but didn't exactly know what to come up with. Their game was licensed out to Namco Bandai, you know, those same developers that ruined Pac-Man? You had the formula said, older, family-oriented Pac-Man was better, and you had to change it into this? This?
Dude, calm down. It could be worse. Look at Sonic.
Okay, I feel better. Star Fox Armada was announced on May 8th of 2002, and that was its working title. The same development team behind Ace Combat 2 were working on the new Star Fox entry. A short preview was shown off at E3 in 2003, and apparently the crowd hated what they saw so much that actual booing ensued throughout the theater.
Who am I? I'm Fox McCloud, and don't forget it.
I'm still trying to, Fox. Electronic Gaming Monthly came out and said that the video footage was extremely unimpressive. Eventually, it was known that the game's title would be Star Fox Assault and it would feature a big multiplayer approach, one that I still find quite a bit of enjoyment out of to this day. Now, 1 year later, Electronic Gaming Monthly followed up to what they originally wrote, saying the game was much better looking than its initial release. And as you all know, if you haven't played the game, Star Fox Assault has a fantastic musical score. It was created by Yoshi Arakawa and Yoshinori Kanemoto. With the music performed by the Tokyo New City Orchestra. The music was composed by none other than the great Koji Kondo. You're up, Gilly!
Oh, I finally get to speak, huh? Thanks. Star Fox Assault was generally received pretty well. While not the most popular Star Fox game, it was said to have evolved the franchise in a positive way. However, some critics panned it for its oversaturation of on-foot missions. The controls were also sloppy during those segments, and people like Jacob, you know, those entitled, hardcore Star Fox fans, yeah, they found slight frustration with them. This is said to have been aimed more at the older Nintendo fan base with its richer plot points and focus on foot combat. There was also an arcade game in development, but it was vaguely announced along with the game and was never heard of again.
The series then took yet another experimental turn with a little game called Star Fox Command. Being the first handheld entry in the series, Command actually accomplishes quite a bit for a standard Nintendo DS game. It has a great score, graphics are fairly good to look at, continues the alternate ending route that started with Star Fox 64, and the presentation is just nice overall. What went wrong though is its reliance on a touchscreen gimmick. Now, Q Games were the developers in charge of this, and Nintendo wanted them to implement the touchscreen mechanic in somehow, because this was a time period where Nintendo thought everything must be touchscreen controlled, and what better franchise to experiment with than Star Fox? That was sarcasm if you didn't catch that.
Originally, they were working on a puzzle game, and Nintendo had them rework it with Star Fox elements. Then after a game demo was shown, they threw in some other ideas from the unreleased Star Fox 2, along with a focus on all-range mode. Releasing in 2006, Star Fox Command was met with favorable reviews that praised the game for its unique gameplay while harkening back to what made the series great. The inclusion of online multiplayer was praised as well for ushering in a new era for the franchise. The turn-based combat was a little too unique though.
Also, what was up with some of those endings? Fox in a suicidal state, Falco abandoning the team, Crystal fleeing to distant galaxies and becoming a bounty hunter? Holy crap! This is hardcore now. After this release in 2006, the series went through kind of a dormant stage where Nintendo didn't really know what to do with it, and the last 3 games were met with mixed reviews, so they didn't exactly want to chance it anytime soon. And now let's quickly run through Star Fox 64 3D's development cycle. The game was announced at E3 2010. There was a demo and everyone there loved it. People questioned Nintendo on if it would have online multiplayer. Nintendo said no. What a shock. However, it did include gyro control, so that was something new. They wanted to revisit this game to fix certain things wrong with the original, as well as simply provide the game on a handheld system. And it was met with critical acclaim, aside from no online multiplayer. That's all.
The series went through another dormant spell until E3 2014. Miyamoto revealed that a new Star Fox was in production. They had nothing but a rough demo to show off, and even then that was barely revealed. At E3 2015, though, the Star Fox team got their turn in the spotlight. The game is using the last of the remaining ideas from Star Fox 2, like the Walker, which is a chicken. Don't deny it, Miyamoto. It's fucking chicken.
Now, overall, the franchise has certainly had its ups and downs, you could say, but it still remains one of Nintendo's flagship franchises, and it's going to be interesting to see where Fox and crew explore next. Hey, as always guys, thank you so much for watching my video, and I would greatly appreciate it if you went and checked out another Nintendo history. I had a part 1 of Star Fox, you can check that out. And also, if you like witty game reviews, go check out Gilly the Kid. You can click this little thing here, and that'll take you there. Bye.